What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Talk. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, joined tonight by the man, Sean Petrucci. How we doing, Sean?
I'm great. How are you?
Can't complain. You know the deal already. But listen, before we do talk about Justin Wilson's injury status today, be sure, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you do know when we go live every night on YouTube at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Daily uploads every day at 12 p.m. as well. But yeah, Justin Wilson, I believe on today is Thursday, so on Tuesday, I believe he left the game with left shoulder tightness, had an MRI done. Results came back, and the Yankees don't seem too concerned whatsoever. As far as Aaron Boone said, he said Wilson will continue to receive treatment over the next several days before resuming a throwing program. Before exiting the game on left Monday's game. So after he left that game, he was throwing 91 to 92. Meanwhile, he was at 93 to 95 during his previous outings this spring. Listen, I guess finding out like the results of the MRI that they're not too alarming are a good sign for the Yankees, but based on like everything we've seen these past couple seasons, I'm not out of the clear yet. Like I still have like those really bad thoughts in my mind where like, okay, like we've heard this story one too many times where test results come back in a positive direction. And then in a few days we hear like, oh, the guy's out for the season. So like, I'm not saying that's the case with Wilson, but I'm cautiously optimistic right now as far as his injury status.
Oh yeah, of course. And it's always like he starts a throwing program and then hits a setback, a bump in the road, and then it's like another 2 weeks. So, but yeah, this injury it doesn't seem like it's going to be a big deal. But I was going over what the opening day bullpen is going to look like because of this, because we're going to be without him, Britton, of course, and then Chapman for the first 2 games, I believe it is. And when you look at it that way, it's like you got to hope that Cole and whoever else who can pitch game 2, probably Kluber, can give some length because it's looking a little thin. Closer's probably going to be Chad Green, and then you got O'Day, and then after that, it's Loaisiga.
Tough. It's really tough because after the Britton injury, which was brutal, I mean, he's where the Yankees are going to be without him for the first few months. I was assuming that Justin Wilson was going to kind of be able to carry that Zach Britton role, and then Lucas Litke was going to be able to carry Justin Wilson's previous role, and now it's like you might be relying on Lucas Litke to take Zach Britton's spot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
He's been good, but like, I don't want to ask him for that.
Asking for a lot from a guy who we have not seen this sort of performance from him at the major league level. So I mean, it's just brutal in the sense of where do the Yankees go from here? I'm hoping that I know we said that Justin Wilson probably won't be available for opening day. I'm not going to take him out of the equation just yet. Let's say he does come back by the end of the weekend, which is possible, and he's I don't maybe
I don't
they're
think they
going to
gave a
take it cautious with
timetable,
him.
but they're probably going to go cautious. And also, they said he'll start a throwing program like in a couple. Like when I don't know how long they said, but I'm assuming that alone takes a week or 2.
Yeah, I mean, assuming that he's not going to be in the Yankees bullpen for opening day, examining it right now, it's not looking too hot. Like you said, with the Chapman suspension, Chad Green's probably going to be the closer.
Him or
I guess.
O'Day.
And then behind that, you got Darren O'Day. And then after that, well, what are we working with? Nick
We got
Nelson, Loaisiga.
Loaisiga, Nick Nelson, Sessa.
Listen,
I'm kind of drawing a
not
blank.
arms,
Honestly, it's just like
not
it's
arms
not
that you
arms
want
we
to
want
rely
pitching
on.
in the 7th, 8th inning. That's for
Not
sure. In a
high
1-run
leverage
game.
guys.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So I mean, you just have to hope that Justin Wilson's good. I mean, good health wise. I'm assuming that if he's on the field performance wise, he's gonna be good. But you just can't have any more injuries in the bullpen.
No.
You really can't at this point because if they do, then you might have to go out and sign a guy like D-Rob, sign a guy like Shane Green. I know that I saw a couple fans on social media saying maybe go sign D-Rob, maybe go sign Shane Green. I wouldn't be completely opposed to it. The only issue is if you did go out and sign one of these guys right now, they're not going to be ready for opening day anyway. Like, who knows when they would actually be ready? Because we're exactly a week from opening day right now. Assuming the Yankees sign D-Rob tomorrow, let's say, he would probably need 2 to 3 weeks just to get himself acclimated.
I'm sure they're throwing on their own, but game situations alone. Yeah.
Exactly. They would still need some time to get themselves ready for game situations. And I don't know. It's also you don't know what you're going to get out of a guy like D-Rob who hasn't really pitched in 2 seasons and only had a showcase where clearly he wasn't that impressive if he hasn't signed it with the team yet. And also you don't know what money he's demanding. I don't know. All I know is, bro, the Yankees are in a weird situation going into opening day. And
Yeah.
it's unfortunate because looking at the starting rotation and the bullpen, it's totally flip-flop from years past. Usually
I
we're
know
going into the
it's
season with a great bullpen, not a concern in mind. And then if he's starting rotation this year, bro, the starting rotation is stacked. You're looking at Cole, Kluber, Tyone, Monty, Herman, Devi. Okay. And then Chasina as a solid number 7, I guess. And
yeah.
the bullpen just isn't like that. So I think going into the season, I don't know what route the Yankees go. And it's really
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah, we're gonna need these starters are gonna need to carry over what they're doing in the spring. They're gonna need to do it in the regular season because these first couple weeks, if we don't, we know we're not gonna have Britton. If we're not gonna have Wilson, then you need we don't want to stretch Tyone and Kluber out. Like that's a thing. Like there could be 2 days or maybe 3 days in a week where our starters are going 5 innings max, and then they got to keep throwing these guys in the bullpen, and they might get overworked. Or we might have guys pitching in situations where we don't want them pitching.
No, yeah, and that's exactly the thing that I was going to bring up. It's like I said it multiple times. In Tyone and Kluber's first few starts, I don't see them going more than 5 innings each. I really don't. I think the Yankees are going to be very cautious with them because, like a couple other guys, they haven't pitched in 2 years. So the Yankees are going to be cautious, very cautious. Um,
Mhm.
but that kind of leads me back to the bullpen in the sense of, let's say the Yankees do go that route and Tyone and Kluber only go 5 innings in their first few starts. Who piggybacks that? Maybe like Michael King, Loizaga,
Yeah,
Sessa. I think that we're going to be relying heavily on those guys to kind of piggyback Kluber and Tyone. And then you're going to be relying on O'Day, Green, and
and Chapman. I mean, it's only 2 days, 2 games without
and
Chapman, so he'll be there. Like
Chapman in the back
we
end.
don't have to worry about opening day with the bullpen. Like we're hoping Garrett Cole goes 7 or 8 innings.
Listen, before we do wrap things up tonight, as far as like the Justin Wilson saga, one guy, I know that he's not a left-handed reliever, and I know like a lot of people aren't counting on him, but one guy I'm really expecting to step up in that bullpen heavily this year, especially in Britton's absence, is Nick Nelson, bro.
He looks
I
good.
don't know why, but I really see him having a huge year. Like I'm expecting what was the season where Chad Green had his breakout year, 2017?
It's around that, yeah.
I'm expecting a 2017 Chad Green type year from Nick Nelson. Is that a hot
He's.
take?
I mean, I don't think so because he was obviously up last year and he showed some flashes where he looks really good. He has some good
Especially in the
stuff, and
playoffs.
then yeah, and now in the spring he looks very very good.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
it's not a
I
hot
think
take. I could see
I
it.
think the bottom line from this whole Wilson thing is the Yankees kind of got the best case scenario as far as news goes with the MRI. I'm still cautiously optimistic when it comes to that. Hopefully he'll be back healthy within like a week, I guess. Resuming his throwing program. I think they're going to take it very cautious with him. Cautious is the word of the day. The Yankees are just cautious with everybody, I guess. But yeah, that is going to wrap things up for us today. Hopefully the Yankees can have some bullpen arms step up in Wilson's absence. I guess we'll see. But that is going to wrap things up. We'll see you guys next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you do know when we go live every night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Daily uploads every day at 12. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Peace.